and playing more fighting games. Been in a mood. Specifically for unist, since I found, is it Warui Neko? Warui-kun Neko? Warui Neko-kun? Those three in in some order on YouTube, and he's got like a 53 video playlist on just Yuzu stuff, various tech guides, random combos, confirms. It's found some really interesting stuff that I kind of knew she could do, but didn't know how, or hadn't really parsed out in a way that I could actually digest until then, and some really neat stuff. But in addition to that, since this did go on sale, it might still be on, I think it is still on sale for another 3-4 days on PSN, and was on sale a few weeks back for the Steam version. But a few of my friends who didn't have this yet have picked it up. So that's exciting too. One friend who's just picking it up says he was interested in Mika, Lin, and Phonon. I know Lin reasonably well, at least at a basic level. Mika I've just kind of played around with, and Phonon the most I can say is I've done her challenges, but I've seen high-level play of all of them in varying amounts, so I might at least be able to point in a direction for some of them. Would like to come back to Seth because I hear he's a monster in this version, which I've been kind of trying to puzzle through, and I wonder if it has been a while since I looked at patch notes or version notes, since this version is like over a year old at this point. Just what changed between unist and Uniel and unist to make Seth so much better than he was in Uniel. And I think a lot of the things I've seen about what makes him strong is his mix-up options on block and on block and neutral in or not in neutral, on block and on Oki. And I'm wondering if some of that has to do with kind of tweaking the cancel windows on some of his teleport dashes to give them more options or faster options. Because fundamentally his neutral, he didn't gain any new tools for neutral. That I'm aware of. So I don't really see why he should have suddenly much better matchups against characters that he struggled against before, and that was a lot of the cast. His damage improved, which definitely helps, but I think it's all of those new mix-up options between cross-ups and high-lows and that stuff. Because I know Matt asked way back when I was first streaming this about what was different about him, and I didn't have a great answer. And I still don't have a real concrete one, but I'm starting to kind of see a bit more of the picture. So just kind of wanted to mention that. do I have set at? Nothing. Oh. I think I have to do that immediately. Oh, so one of the things is using so one of the shorthands that I was seeing that would be a little easier to talk about than I've been calling this Bato, but it's a little easier to call it Saki, which I think is is the move's given name. Bato is more of a description. It's the type of draw from the sheath slash as popularized by Rurouni Kenshin. But that's called Saki, and then that's 236 specials, and then the shorter versions, the 6 ABC, are called Kiri. So just for my Gaijin tongue, it's a little easier for me to say those. Though I suppose continuing to call it Bato might be better for pronunciation practice, but it's not what I'm here for. But yeah, Kiri has a short recovery, a lot shorter than Saki. So if you cancel Saki into Kiri, you actually can recover from it faster, as I did there, and it opens up some new options. Not so much on combos that you couldn't do before, at least not on the basics, on fundamental stuff. You can do more exotic stuff with it. I'm not executing well right now. I'm just gonna say I'm still warming up and so on. I've been practicing a fair amount of mid-screen stuff, and I haven't given corner stuff as much attention, and I've been meaning to. But I'm just gonna mess around practicing with some stuff. This should be block first and then get hit on afterwards. Yeah. So this kind of simulates where they might block the first thing and then I go attempt to mix up and it succeeds. So how do I confirm off of that? Ultimately, I might want to get to random, but... and then practice confirming off of that. Because that's going to be the actual match-relevant experience. But I was on Facebook chatting, just having a discussion with a friend the other day, and we were talking about whether or not Unist is a beginner-friendly game. And my initial stance was that it wasn't, but and while I don't think it's the most beginner-friendly, I think it might be a little bit more beginner-friendly than I initially thought. And that's mostly in a comparison environment, though, to stuff like a lot of the ArcSys games, especially Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear, I think, is one of the least beginner-friendly anime fighters out there, mostly because there are so few universal trends amongst characters, and that extends even to your normals. Like in Unist, the reverse beat stuff can be a bit unintuitive, but it is at least freeform. Like it lets you do stuff, and the unintuitive part comes from how it's applied. So they want to do some combination of normals, they can, any combination. It might not necessarily work, but it won't just arbitrarily tell them no. Unlike Guilty Gear, which has like different gatlings for every character, and it's difficult, if possible at all, to find any combination that you can universally say every character or even most characters can do, and it still being meaningful. Oh. And that is something that I consider inherently non-beginner friendly. But one of the things that I considered not beginner friendly about Unist was the GRD system. I'm going to continue calling it grid, even though I think it's technically supposed to just be GRD in lore. Like, it's not actually supposed to be grid. But it's an extra meter that's times resource management that is just going to confuse beginner players a lot more, so especially since its application and exploitation are a lot more subtle. And while it's true that for the most part beginner players can ignore it and just notice if I've got Vorpal, I can use it chain shift, get some meter. If not, if I've got Vorpal, then I just do extra damage, don't have to do anything about it. But knowing when to use or when to wait off on using resources, when to press your advantage in order to gain grid or hold grid, and keep the Vorpal state, those are more advanced stuff that wouldn't be intuitive to new players, and also would be kind of overwhelming to try to ask them to consider. Especially since it's a really abstract. It's hard enough to try to teach a complete beginner what neutral is and how neutral plays. And there have been a lot of people who have attempted, and I don't know how effective each given one is, since I, for the most part, understand it. At least in the most general sense. Any further refinement of my understanding of neutral is going to come on a game-by-game basis. But I would be curious to, if I had any beginners, to be able to expose them to different tutorials for neutral and see which ones are more effective. actually don't have very... One of the things I am missing, I just realized, is I don't have very good throw combos. Oops, that is the exact same thing that didn't work last time. And that does pittance for damage, even if it sets me up. Throws generally do pro 8, more so than... more so than other combos, so not expecting huge damage off of it, but I should probably try to get more than that, because alright, I gotta... So that's an odd string. So you only get one jump cancel per combo, and for Yuzu that includes her stance jump cancel. So with this combo, I used a jump cancel there, and so my normal follow-up doesn't work. They tech out of that too, so I gotta find something a little bit different to go off of that as well. But you'll see there, I've done that a few times. My standard combo follow-up after whatever initial confirm I have is this 2C to 4C jump cancel into a simple air string and then into dash B ender, whatever that may be. Dash B, dash C. I've been doing dash B as the damaging ender route with the Saki string, but that is... I should actually try to get a little more used to dash C ender so that I get Oki afterwards, because she's got some fun Oki stuff that I've not done too well about taking advantage of. You do dash C. Dash C is a guaranteed knockdown, even off of fairly high proation stuff. And then you can teleport after it, so that's a double cross up. You can stay on the same side, though that doesn't... Okay, that doesn't actually hit. We have to find something else. Here's that. Actually, you can also just do the ground version. And this puts me at a good range to use Curie pressure. I can also just decancel and go into 2C pressure. 2C is a great pressure starter. Hits twice, has a long reach, has a knockdown. So even if you fail to confirm it properly, you still get some advantage off of it. And then you got stuff like that. That was not right. But I like this C Curie round start low that I think is gonna stuff almost everything. I'll have to actually test it in matches to see if it's fast enough to get jump outs. But it leaves me in a pretty decent position since it's got a fast recovery. It's just the startup. If they try to jump at me, I can still, even on whiff, I can still kind of tap them out. But overall, I need to work on actually... moving around in stance is another thing that I want to work on, because I'm not used to kind of holding the stance in neutral. Yes, I think I remember that. That was one of the things I was trying to work on. Actually, I think I can get a better confirm off of that. But I was in the middle of kind of talking about discussion I had with a friend about whether or not unist is beginner friendly or not, and my ultimate conclusion of that talk was it hasn't really changed. I think that it's not the most beginner friendly, but there are other games that are considerably less beginner friendly. I think Guilty Gear is less beginner friendly. I think Skullgirls is less beginner friendly, despite Skullgirls and unist having... Actually, Skullgirls, unist, and Guilty Gear all kind of have the best tutorials in fighting games at the moment, and they all happen to be some of the hardest for beginners, which it's, I suppose, a good thing that they have good tutorials, but just system-wise, I don't think they lend themselves, as much to being beginner-friendly compared to something like, I actually cited DFC, Dengeki Bunko Fighting Climax, as a more beginner-friendly anime fighter than unist, and that comes from a wealth of universal options, both from a mechanical sense, like having a AB, armored charge attacks, like 2 AB armored reversals for every character, though even if they kind of varied in their quality. And then the basic combos in DFC are fairly easy execution-wise, and then a lot of the depth comes from managing your assists and your trump cards and your meter, but all of those things can be approached one at a time because they don't overlap so much in their usage. So I think that it's a good entry, even though no one plays it anymore, or and they never brought over the ignition to the West. I gotta remember to Kiri cancel that. Actually, I can't Kiri cancel that because I used my A stance already. So I just gotta decancel, I guess. I mean, that works, but I didn't mean to do the EX one. Yeah. I think you got a little cut off there, but that was another example that I kind of gave earlier, that Guilty Gear has not only just a lot of command normals, but very little in the way of universality of inputs, and like, you know, pretty much the extent of it is 2D is your sweep, 5D is an overhead, and 6P is an anti-air. That's about the extent of what your universal qualities for each character are. And then that's not even getting into all the command normals, which unist has a fair amount of command normals as well. And one of the things that I think unist did a little more of that I hadn't run into previous games was charge command normals are fairly frequent. Does it? I mean, I guess unist has more command normals, but yeah. At the same time, I think the uses for moves in Guilty Gear don't transfer between characters very well, so when you switch characters, you're almost learning an entirely new system, at least as far as transferable skills go. I think that's more of what I'm getting at. And unist, as my thesis statement was, isn't the best at that either. And your command normals example is certainly in there. But I think it is better than I originally thought it was as far as beginner friendliness. And a lot of that comes from the universality I was mentioning, as well as the ground-based neutral. That's definitely one thing that has over a lot of ArcSys games, is you don't have a lot of air shenanigans to keep track of. Most characters don't even have a double jump. Everyone has assault hop, but I think only Seth is the only character that has a aerial backdash. You got a shield, but it's a more advanced thing. That was certainly something, as my friends coming from ArcSys games. Not that we were ever super great at using barrier or faultless defense, but we had to kind of unlearn that a little bit for unist, because it's not used the same way, and it will actually get you blown up if you don't know what you're doing with it. I gotta fix my timing on that airstring. I should be able to pick up after that. But Skullgirls is an interesting game. I had a run with it late last year, where I was trying to get more back into it, and then I went to actual small local tournaments and got blown up, which I was kind of expecting, but it was a little more unpleasant because I had to do it on stream, and I wasn't prepared for that, and I kind of got toyed with, and it kind of turned me off for a while. So I've been on other stuff. I'll certainly go back to it at some point. Yeah, that is a good point, and something I brought up when I was talking with my friend as well. we were talking about beginner-friendly games for fighting games as a genre, I said that Street Fighter is actually one of the best places to start, just because of how it emphasizes fundamentals. It's slower paced than a lot of anime fighters, so it's easier for new players to kind of see what they're doing right or wrong while they play, whereas anime fighters often, you kind of almost have to need to go into like replays in order to dissect what happened from frame, not always frame to frame, but sometimes frame to frame. And but I wouldn't consider Street Fighter an anime fighter, and that definition is certainly a little awkward to pin down, so to speak. Finding setups for the unblockable as well. Yeah, that sort of matchup, that's kind of matchup specific or character specific stuff that does kind of apply to everyone. Because I would say that that sort of knowledge also is relevant to Street Fighter, and that's part of what makes top players more potent, is they know that kind of matchup stuff. So I hit that too high. I have no idea what to do off of this. Well, I got a standard combo, but it lost the corner for it. Yeah. What do I still have? Oh, I do still have. I've been trying to find a good confirm off of this. Like, if I don't, or I should qualify that. So one thing I was trying to do is I was trying to make a B Saki with a D hold, kind of a standard thing, though then I can choose to do whatever I want after that. And I found a basic confirm for all the teleports. Oops, if I can do that. A teleport. B teleport. And then a C teleport. And then I got to thinking, well, what if that initial hit actually lands? What can I do off of that stance? I don't have quite the same standard D cancel option because I'm holding D. There we go. And this is the fun one, or one of the two fun ones. And that works. It's hard to react to, or hard to react to getting that confirm. But you do have a little bit of time after the C happens, because you're gonna have to wait a moment in order for them to cross under, or you wait a moment for the block stun to wear off. And then I ended up with the B hold, the B teleport. If I attempted to do that and actually land it from this position, I was having difficulty finding confirm, because I was able to do that, but when I was experimenting with that confirm before, I was using a C hold, and that allowed me to use something again. Oh, it allowed me to decancel into Kiederen on the A version. And that I could actually get a combo off of. But if I'm attempting pressure, then I'm using a D hold instead to keep my other stance options. So I haven't found a good solution for that yet, or not what I'm super happy with. That's about the best I've been able to manage. I think I was also looking at a confirm that actually was way back when, a really old confirm off of a B Saki. They used the C teleport. I don't remember exactly what I was theorizing to use that for, but it does still work, and I came up with, or I don't remember if I came up with it just by experimenting myself or if I saw it somewhere, but I was using that back in Unil because it doesn't actually require any holds or slide inputs. All stance moves are used once, and you just decancel at the end. But it's neat to know that that's a tight string. I gotta refine what I actually do off of that. And then that's different in the corner too, still. Oh, that was janky. Actually, since that's pretty early on, I can, yeah, probably do that. Get more damage out of it that way. So the challenge mode of the game kind of taught me the corner string, most of that corner string, but off of the dash C, I think it wanted me to do the V Saki, holding C. Yeah, something like that. A Saki immediately canceled into the B and then into the A version of Yaichuin. And I was seeing online that you could also do the same string there in the corner if you have enough space to set up that in the first place. But the tech timing feels like it's a little different on the opponent, so I'm not sure. It'd be great if I could, because that would standardize that route in the corner and in the mid screen. It depends on the starter, I guess, off that. I didn't do a dash B there. Like I'm missing that. My friend said he was gonna pop on, though I don't know if we're actually gonna attempt matches or not, because he just got the game. I managed to keep the corner with that. Back when I was messing around with setups off of Unblockable, I was switching to a D hold and then using 6C to pick them up, but I found out recently you can actually just decancel her force function fully charged and have enough time to pick up with just a 2C if you're close enough. No, that was didn't quarter circle fast enough. That is an awkward motion. Can do it in practice, but when we get out into actual battle, who knows? All bets are off. There is advanced technique for Yuzu called boosting that involves TK teleports or teleports off of TK specials. You see that it's got a really small cancel window, so let's see if I can do it. Basically, if I do it right, you'll see a secondary dash after the teleport. And it's really useful for mix-ups, because you can get a sudden side switch like that. Yeah, I don't think I can do it on stream. Not because of lag, just because it took me... Just because I can't consistently do it offline either. But you could do some really cool mix-ups off of it. Even without it, I think you can do stuff like that. That baits reversals. How do I set that up on here? Actually, should do that one. Oh, slot. Can do better than that too. So now, yeah, should be programmed to reversal as soon as possible. I actually have too much stun on that. I always underestimated how much block stun this Saki actually has. Fun stuff like that. There's so much block stun, I almost have to land before attempting the dodge. I think Batista's comes out faster. I was actually getting a aerial dodge out of that when I was using Batista as a training dummy. Oh, there, I actually got the boosted teleport. And actually made it whiff entirely. But since I can't rely on it, I really should not be using it. In matches. That was an accident, but it works. wonder if I can teleport again quickly. That might have been boosted. It did come out really fast. Maybe I should try holding something else. I mean, that's a frame trap. Yeah, Yuzu's real good at that. So she can play the range game and the timing game, and I'm figuring that out again because I've always underestimated the block stun on this. Like, just look how long it leaves them in blocking. Like, I have enough time, even without decanceling, to teleport behind them and block a reversal. I can actually do slot 2 and just do like a 5A mash. Traded that. Gotta be a... Thought that I could frame trap off of that as well, but that does seem to be tagging me, so it might be back to the drawing board, or it might be an execution thing. Yeah, I can dodge, but... Oops. That's the dodge is unfortunately a hard call out, and that's going to be opponent dependent, how well you've downloaded your opponents and know what they're going to try to do. You do make a compelling argument there. But I kind of like that string because it's just a flurry of attacks that, if they don't know Yuzu mechanics, it can be hard to tell when it's going to stop. Yeah. That's another useful one to know. Try the timing on that. And the follow-up too, I don't have that entirely down. But that will probably catch people. You do one and then suddenly do another one, the same range. I was going back and forth a little bit, trying to think about my cross-tag battle team. I'm currently playing Yuzu and Labris. They're both characters that I like, and since I've been into trying to refine my Yuzu play and unist, I wasn't sure whether or not cross-tag Yuzu was going to mess me up one way or the other, with the major difference being the A and B Sakis are swapped. In cross-tag, the A Saki is the straight one and the B one is the angled. But I think I have to kind of play more of both of them kind of back to back to tell whether or not that's going to screw with me or not. And it's not like there are plenty of other characters that I'm interested in learning in cross tag. Oh, that actually successfully countered. I think that was just a timing thing. Like, I am still a little iffy on taking stance actions out of teleports. Sometimes it feels like I have to wait a little longer, and then other times I feel like I can do stuff almost immediately. And I haven't quite got it down. Almost feels like there's two windows. I'm not getting this RDP. Nope. Some of that got cut off for me again. Oh. Yeah. I mean, I do love the depth to her gameplay. Well, that worked. And what was the timing on that? That has to be super tight timing. I guess I shouldn't be attempting the nothing personal kid in matches yet, not till I get this down. That description reminds me of Mitsuru from Persona 4 Arena. She only had her DP in 2 moves in her original iteration, but she was still incredibly powerful and complex. No, two specials, 2 supers. You'd look at her command list and just think that's it. Yuzu's command list looks a little more intimidating, but it's these follow-ups. This is all universal below there. I think these are command normals. I wonder if it's spacing dependent. I've been trying from round start, but I do know that her teleport distance does depend on how far she is, because she is further. But at that point, it's a slightly different trap. Hey, that worked. It is possible. I just don't know the timing. But if they try to hit anything other than that, it's probably going to get blown up. Something else I learned that I didn't know before. I believe you can do these into each other. See if I can actually get a confirm off of that. This, the aerial Kiederen is positive. It is decancelled. Well, that actually is not counter hitting, so it's not quite fast enough to punish a 5A mash. But I don't know if that would actually work. No, it doesn't connect. I need to hold something else. Well, that was a counter. Didn't work. But game plan wise, I used to kind of go in a lot more with Yuzu, and I should kind of really be trying to stay around here. There's no real reason for me to need to get any closer than this, though she certainly has tools to play in the closer ranges. But she is perfectly at home pressuring from here. More DLC for Unist. I haven't heard about any updates to Unist. That'd be interesting. Everyone's talking about cross tag at the moment. About how they're supposed to be a balance patch of the early mid-September, and the fifth franchise. Pretty much everyone at this point is convinced it's Senran Kagura. I mean, I'd be okay with that. I don't feel particularly strongly for or against that franchise. We saw a little bit of them in a 2D fighting environment in Nitro Plus Blasters that had Homura. Did it have any other Senran Kagura characters? Definitely had that one. Their broadcast got cut off. That's suspicious. Especially if they didn't say anything afterwards, elaborating on what got cut off. But oh, so okay. So other people cut them off before they could say that they were going to announce anything else. I'll keep my ears open. That would be neat. If we got new characters, would be the jackpot. I don't know. What else? If they didn't add new characters, what other DLC for Unist would be interesting? Would be good. I mean, a lot of people, or some people at least, are into the music. Maybe more music. Not very many of the tracks personally have caught my interest. I do kind of like Yuzu's theme, but a lot of times the music kind of, I tune it out once I actually start playing with anyone. So only certain tracks really grab my attention. There's another one. Delay Saki after Kiri. Took far too many attempts for me to get that right. That's tight. I actually did not know that. 2C to 6C is actually a tight block string. As is Saki. Can you? I guess not on block. I could have sworn you could have. You can cancel 2C on the first hit, and the second hit doesn't come out. But that must be only on. Only on hit. I guess I gotta start from the B for that. I just put myself in the corner there. Huh. Didn't think so. Oh, that's not coming out because I don't have... I used it. Wow. Cannot RDP either. Alright, so I can't quite use that like that. I should just go for that, because if I try to do the C follow-up, it tags them. Alright, my friend doesn't get back to me, I'm gonna switch over to cross tag and actually attempt some ranked matches. Mostly because I'm not sure I trust the online matchmaking for unist at the moment. It is the Steam version might have kind of revived it a little bit and with the subsequent sale, but I'm just kind of afraid I'm going to run into no one but people significantly better than I am, and I'm not gonna be able to learn anything or practice anything off of that. Whereas the cross tag community is still younger and newer, and a little bit easier to break into. That didn't hit. I was kind of expecting that to hit. There we go. That hit. I'm not sure how to confirm off of that. Oh, that didn't work. Part of that's actually it coming out a little too early. Oh, I can actually do all of that without holding D. The timing kind of works out. I was getting kind of alright with ad-libbing with Wagner early on as well, but I haven't played her in a while since I've switched over to focusing on Yuzu. Depending on what my friend wants to do, I may have to look up my menu translation for this, because I don't have all of the network options memorized. Alright. He says he's just gonna trial by fire and do some matches with me. Search, there we are. I think that's casual matches. Let's see. Which one of these is my invite option? I haven't done this in a while. There we go. And we're going to be partying up, so he'll be joining me on voice in a moment once I get that set up. I don't think I've done party chat with someone else on stream before. I think I have it set it up. I'm pretty sure I have it set up so that, hey there. So that I have everyone in the party on stream. Oops. I think of the characters that you said you were interested in, I know Lin and Wagner the best. Though I am admittedly a bit rusty with Wagner. Okay. Well, you're locked into Lin for this match, since there is a timer on the character select screen. You hit OK. You're there? Alright. So, Lin's projectile is also, you can also use in the air. And it's actually better from the air than on the ground. Yeah, I believe it's positive. Most distances from the air, and it just covers a better range, covers some better space. Her quarterback special is mostly combo stuff, though I occasionally see it in pressure, but it has specific follow-ups. You'll get most of that from her challenges, which I definitely recommend you attempt some of them. Anyway, so go at it. As you found, you can dash cancel her projectile. How much of Wagner do I remember? We talked a bit at the beginning, that's why the timer ran down a bit. How do I, there is a way to confirm into shield charge. There is an auto combo, if you are just looking for a easy confirm. Oh, right. That's a thing. That's the shield charge you meant, not the charged force function. Responding to someone in in my stream chat. But yeah, Phonon's all about those, as someone I once knew called them big dick normals. Yeah, I mean, have you seen her 3C? No, down forward 3C, that. Look at his range. It's not a quarter circle, it's just diagonally down forward. C. Yeah. That... it is a low. Our quarterback is Rekka, so you can keep holding back after the first one and just hit the button a bunch of times and you get all of the hits. Should end with a knockdown. Yeah, quarterback. I gotta do... There you go. Do you... I'm pretty sure I've told you about numpad notation before, but do you remember it? It's going to be a lot easier to talk about moves with numpad notation. I need to dash a little bit further for that. Yeah, you found the other core big dick normal of 4C, that one. That hits like 60-70% of the screen. Though actually I don't think it, no, just 4C. That. Though I don't think its vertical hitbox is quite as high as it looks. Have you ever played Melty Blood? Okay, this is by the same creators. Though there are some notable differences in philosophy, largely the fact that this is a ground-based game, whereas Melty Blood is an air-based game for a lot of stuff, at least for neutral. So, no sky combos. But one of the things that kind of carried over is the reverse beat on normals, so you can actually chain any normal into any other normal. And that includes from heavies to lights. So I just went heavy to light there. And she can also do a projectile midair, but I don't think it's as advantageous as Rin is. Sorry? I think you can actually pick up after it in the air too, in a combo. In certain combos at least. I mean, that doesn't really surprise me too much. The reviewer is saying that the B version of the air projectile is +6, though that's going to be spacing dependent regardless. The charged A ground projectile is +1. So now we go from Phonon to Eltonum, who actually is a Melty Blood character, making a hilarious cameo. What do I do after that? I'm trying to remember. Oh, actually, that's... Now I remember. That's fair. They do usually say that, don't they? The plusness for projectiles in general are measured from point blank range, and it should roughly increase as you get further away. Oh, you found the laser. Which King of Fighters character do they remind you of? I don't... Whip? Is that 14? Huh. Well, Eltonum definitely has a whip and a pistol. Oh, you found the random. Alright. Stream, who should I play as? You have 20 seconds. Akatsuki. I actually don't remember which of his moves that one is. It was... Oh, okay. Those are the kicks. I think Akatsuki won Evo this year, didn't he? I remember Zach was super hype about that. You like those Mika cannons? I didn't launch nearly as high as I expected it to. I guess I have to, that has to be the launcher. Yeah, alright. I didn't do that early enough. I believe you can aim those Mika cannons so that you can actually combo off of them. I am not real well experienced with that, though. I'm not sure if or how much Mika's DP attack actually has any invulnerability on it, for the record. It might, I just don't know. Oh, that works against grabs. Hey, I didn't know that. And yes, Mika is adorable. Go-go gadget hands. The old man mech. Yeah, by accident. Yep. Hey Hyun, Guilty Gear. And the story, like, almost never addresses that. Hey Hyun's just this guy, the martial artist in the story. Stream, am I staying as Akatsuki or going with someone else? Yes, he is a grappler, but Grim Reaper. It always amused me that Waldstein, story-wise, is actually one of the good guys. Yeah, he's yep, and tiny feet. Mika's story is she's strong but dumb, so dumb they kept her in punishment. Like Kirby, huh? I think Waldstein has a 360. Yeah, as his grabs. He also has a charge back forward as command grabs, but they're really bad. Pretty much only used in combos. Wasn't gonna punish you for that one since I basically told you to experiment with it. I didn't catch most of that, unfortunately. So, well, as I said, it's not real great in neutral, but you can actually combo into it, and you get full corner carry out of it. So it can actually be good for that, but Mika got a 0 in the written exam for the Lichtkriss, which is the organization that Aurier, Wagner, and Mika are a part of. So they were like, you can't go out because until you stop being so goddamn stupid. Yes, I knew she was part of that organization. I knew she's friends with Aurier. Any character you're interested in seeing me play? Rene? Okay, I actually know some Rene, so It's the Japanese L/R. It's kind of a mix between both of them. So there's no good answer for that. That is apparently a little plus. Yeah, when dashing A and B. Oh, I accidentally crossed up. Good thing this is plus. The stream link is pinned in the Discord channel, by the way. In the stream time channel, not in the one we were talking in. Okay. How much do I remember of Mika? Two out of the 3 copies of this game that I've owned between Unio and Unist, 2 of them have been in Japanese, and I've never attempted the story in either of them, so I actually don't know much about the story. So I assume that the fairy dragon thing doesn't come up for Lin. I'm just here for the fight. For any Fire Emblem Heroes fans, I'm like Valentine's Hector. I'm just here to fight. This is gonna scale really bad, but it's fun to do anyway. It actually wasn't awful. I'm not sure what to think about Unist's story. The little bit that I've heard, it's one of those that sounds like it's taking itself too seriously, but I can certainly see that there would be some appeal in that, both from someone who's not trying to take it seriously, but also from someone who might be actually interested in it. Chaos, ability Umroll. Weapon, another fighting game. Chaos code. Oh, that didn't reach. But that did. Those load screen paragraphs and So if you like hopping forward, there's actually a special command that I've been using called Assault. It's forward D. Gives you a kind of a almost a homing command hop like that. Though, do be warned, it has, any attack you do out of that does have a landing lag if it does get blocked. Nope, timed. Yeah, BlazBlue and Guilty Gear's story are both kind of in their own special categories. Nothing against anyone who actually likes them, but I have people that I refer to when trying to interpret anything relating to those stories. Yeah, I think I vaguely remember that. It's been a while, and I wasn't paying close attention to it to begin with. I mostly let it play to get, what was it, Raven or Sin unlocked as soon as possible without paying extra money. It was one of the versions. I don't remember. What I was doing a lot with Lin was I was poking at long range with her 2C. Crouch C. That's got a deceptively long range, as you saw there. And you can actually confirm from max range into quarterback B. And then you mash out A to get the follow-ups, which causes a launch, and you can go into an air combo from that. I think John's Nanase combo goes into a charged JC after that, but I can't get it to connect. Oh, I tried to DP there and got crossed up. Good thing only a 2B came out. Gabriel in Guilty Gear wasn't the final big bad, was she? In Guilty Gear, Gabriel. Yeah. I don't think it was Justice, but some kind of... that kind of... Yeah, I remember what she looks like. Oh, okay. Yeah, I did not remember that character. That's not Potemkin's commander, is it? Potemkin. Okay, that's probably where I would recognize him reference a little bit more. Apparently, Ben Diskin voices Merkava in Crosstag, and I think that's pretty cool. For a while, I only ever knew Ben for, I think, #1 from Kids Next Door. codename Kids Next Door. Oh, it just barely hit me. Oh yeah, I can fly. Oh. Well, I make no claim to know how to play Markava. I can hit twice. Huh, I didn't know that. Oh yeah, that overhead. You can do that multiple times. I think up to 3 or 4 times on the EX version. Wow, lag. Why? Why now? I wanted to do his super, but I wasn't able to. Either the Force C wasn't super cancelable or the lag was just eating it. Do wacky inflatable flailing tube arm man. No, I think he's just a normal guy who got, I think there was a accident. He got too close to the void or some such, though I might be confusing him with Arcune, or he might actually just be Arcune in this version. But I believe he's, otherwise, in his mind, though, he's still perfectly normal. He's just, his form forces him to be compelled to eat people, and he has to hold that basically. Okay, what he transformed into was called a void. Yeah, but he's otherwise normal and actually reasonably nice guy. Yeah, once you get past the whole kills and eats people. Also, I've got a persona. And my persona is fabulous. I think it's its hair. What's the problem? Yeah, light attack is the auto combo. Yeah, if you hit light multiple times in a row, that's what you will get past the first attack. Oops. I thought of the follow-up to that too late, but you can actually get an extra hit off of it. Ori is a good fundamentals character. She rewards patient footsies and good reads on calling out good reads to whiff punishes. She can get in fast with her thrusts. And she has a persona, which is always a plus. Is your microphone far from your mouth? It's sometimes hard to tell what you're actually saying. Sometimes it sounds like you're really distant from it. How do I Byakuya? I know I can lay traps. Alright, that's my slide. Oh, I didn't know he could feint that. He was bitten by a radioactive anime spider. Also, he has an anime mistress. That's part of his personality, or integral to his personality. Alright, that looks something I could do. So there is one somewhat universal thing for a lot of characters that a lot of characters can take advantage of that can be useful for ad-libbing combos. Not everyone has a launcher, so to speak, but everyone has this. I think almost everyone has a sweep. And because of the nature of the reverse beat system, where you can cancel any normal into any other normal, you can use your sweep and then cancel into another attack and create your own launcher from that. Yeah, I forgot that Fighter Z does that sometimes. But I think Mika's one of the few characters that doesn't have a sweep, but she does have a normal launcher in her 3C. I'm not sure anyone else off the top of my head actually doesn't have a sweep. Maybe Merkava? Maybe Merkava might not have a standard sweep. Waldstein maybe, yeah. But he also, I'm quite certain, has a launcher. What a cat thing to do. This is a lot more than 5 frames of lag. Oh, alright. Forgot that that ended like that. That almost hit me. I only had to be completely full screen. Yep. The attackable ranges in neutral is something in this game to get used to compared to some other games, because a lot of characters have attacks that are almost or full screen and can be comboed after. We'll play blood.
見せてあげましょう。年季の違いを。ファーストクローズ、ディバイド。
Well, even users are actually even Yuzu's Saki only goes like 3/4 of the screen. Lag. Connection. I sucked your blood with my hands. Almost all of Carmen's special attacks and a few of his normals actually cost him health because it is his blood, but his normal grab and his command grab both steal a little bit of health from the opponent. Alright. The urge to play him exactly as what? Oh, I mean he's neutral. He's got a fireball. He's got an uppercut. You can very easily Street Fighter with him. His uppercut is 2-2 though instead of a DP motion. Nope, wasn't ready for the fast one. Yeah, I said that. EX version of that is safe. Don't wake up pushing buttons, huh? Yeah, it is. Wow, jumped over it. It looks like it should be big enough to catch that, but... Yo, that mesh win. And Kidu buffs when. Oh, my two mains. Japan. Yeah, they're from an organization, I think, that is international. Absolutely one of the hardest characters, but he's a lot of fun, and his combos look so cool. The breakdance kick. The breakdance kick is 2C. Seth's character is actually not not as edgy as he actually looks. Because even the main character has to have a super long-ranged attack wave thing. Oh, alright. I don't know. That probably should have been blockable midair, though. Not many things are, but usually projectile-like things are. And then, yeah, Yuzu's also a very technical character, but just check out the range on her quarter circle forward B, though. The speed and range on it. Yep. Yeah, but you can get a full combo off of that at max range. But yeah. Yeah, these are Unio combos. They're not actual. They can actually do better than that in this version. I just haven't learned it yet, and I'm not sure I can do it with this lag. Yeah, but Yuzu is also the stance character. So when you do one of her special moves, you can hold that button and you'll stay in the stance, and then stuff from that stance comes out a lot faster. Sorry? Oh, yeah. Yes, I've heard of Samurai Showdown. Yep. Huh. Mm-hmm. Alright, how much Yuzu can I actually do with this connection? Hey there, Pat.
軽いけど願いましょうか。ファーストクローズディバイド
God. Actually feels worse than 5 frames. Oh, he actually hopped over it. This is allegedly a 4-bar connection. I didn't catch any of that, sorry. Oh, that still hit me. Nope, we dropped to 3 bars now. But has your impression of any of the characters you were interested in changed so far? Okay. Yeah. He was mostly unremarkable in the first version of the game, but in this one he's actually fairly strong. As I mentioned, a Akatsuki player actually won Evo this year. Especially since a lot of the outliers that used to be there, that used to be really underpowered, are actually quite strong now. Akatsuki and Seth being the prime examples here. Wagner is supposed to be pretty strong, whereas Enkidu is unfortunately quite low. Is that what you mean, Techie Cat? For example, at least. Yeah, Phonon's real good too. Three frames and then we slowly, or not so slowly, climb up. Oh yeah, I forgot the Vorpal traits were a thing too. Oh, that didn't reach you, huh? Now I'm kind of sad. Oh. And he does that to everyone. Hmm? You like the idea behind Vorpal, or just that they called the mechanic Vorpal? Well, every word was made up at some point. Not quite what I intended, but I'll take it. Oh, yeah. Apparently. Some kind of snake thing. Something about a chef. Oh, the white coat. Hmm. It was probably a mistake to try to play Seth in this leg. Yes, what about her? Yes, she is from Melty Blood, meaning she's probably a vampire of some variety. What? Yeah, you can do assault midair as well. Sometimes. That's combo specific. I don't know if Pat's still there, but I assume he plays Hyde.
この力で終わらせてやる。
お仕置きの時間です。
If you're still there, give me some Hyde combos.
リバイド。やります。
Yes. Oh wait. I thought it was just continue holding back. Yeah, there we go. Sorry? Yes. You cannot chip out in this game. But yeah, I can lock you down and mix you up then. Yeah, go through those tutorials, especially the system mechanic ones, and then hit up those challenges for characters that you're interested in. They're not perfect examples of optimal combos, but they actually get surprisingly close to some of the parts that you want to familiarize yourself with in those better combos. Mm-hmm. I don't know, I think there are plenty of fighting games out there. You just have to pick which ones you want to focus on. No. You planning on picking up cross tag at all? No. I do think it's fun. I do like cross tag. I think it's fun. Worth looking into if you are interested in it. I want to say it probably has the biggest growing player base at the moment. Maybe fighters, DBZ fighters might be beating it out still, but not sure. Don't have the numbers in front of me, but between those two are probably the biggest growing anime fighters at the moment. Just by virtue of being the newest still. But I'm always up for playing more of this as well. And I don't know how much you follow our fighting game channel on Discord, but we were talking about a potential for a Persona 5 arena in the future as well. I'm real into that. Yeah. I don't think it's been confirmed, but it's got some traction in the rumor mill. Stuff like comments from the previous directors saying they're interested in doing it, that they want to do it, that I don't know if... I want to say there's something a little more substantial than that as well, but yeah, thanks for coming by, Techie Cat, as always. Techie Cat in the chat. And might do, if I'm still in the mood for it, I might do more fighting games next week. I think this is a good place for me to stop here as well. So, thanks for coming by and the matches. Hope you learned something and hope for more another time. Thanks all viewers for coming by. Learn, not fail. It's all learning. I don't have a hammer here. Well, actually, I do have one in the closet. I have a toolkit in the closet, but maybe next time. All right, thanks and good night, everyone.